We're Craig and Kirsty, a British couple who got married on a beach in 2018, and instead of a honeymoon, we decided to travel the world together, and so we created Tied Knot Travellers. On March the 1st, 2020, we left our home and jobs behind us as we boarded a one-way flight. A few short weeks later, the global pandemic brought the whole world to a stop, and all our travels were cancelled. Undeterred, we stayed put and continued our adventure exploring the country we were in, Estonia. Between us, we have visited 51 countries, and we'd love you to join us as we continue our travels and explore the world.
Welcome to Tartu. We've made our way to Estonia's second biggest city in the southeast of the country, and it's one of the university towns. So after exploring Pärnu and Soma National Park, we drove into the night 2 hours to get here to the city.
And we're staying just on the outskirts of the city because we've got a car. So we've driven in this morning and parked our car at the Cathedral shopping centre behind us. And now we're ready to explore Tartu on foot. So let's go and see what it's got to offer.
We're just in the downtown area, which is a bit more modern, with all the shops and the big buildings. We're going to walk down by the river and then into the old town area.
I'm excited to see it. We're taking things a bit easier today, and we're just really enjoying walking along the river here. We're just going to go check out these little cafes and stuff along the waterside. It's just really pretty.
Yeah, it's a lovely vibe along here. There's some lovely cafes and bars and places to grab food and drinks right by the water.
Yeah, it's so nice. And there's also some cool swing benches on the other side of the river. They look really fun. They love their swings over here. There's all kinds of different swings everywhere.
We are going to go somewhere later and show you a traditional Estonian swing as well. It's probably a little bit too early in the day for wine.
Yeah, I guess it's a bit early for wine. We should at least have lunch first.
In a lot of towns around Estonia, we find they've got these big frames which you can have a picture in front of in photographic areas. So in the background here we've got the town hall square, and you've got a big yellow frame which you can stand in to essentially frame the picture you're going to be in. I'll turn us around so that you can see
what we're talking about.
and frame us in front of the town hall square.
But we made it to Tartu Town Hall Square. It's cute. I like
Time
it.
to find somewhere for lunch.
Yeah, we're going to go get some food now.
We're hungry.
Tartu is the second largest city in Estonia. It is full of creative and scientific culture. It's also on the 2020 Sustainable Top 100 Destinations list, due to the town's efforts to reduce traffic and improve air quality by having a bicycle sharing service and CNG-powered buses. Tartu's goal is to reduce the number of trips made by cars to 25% of all traffic by 2040. Upon arrival in Tartu Old Town, you're soon welcomed by a statue of kissing students, standing in a large town square filled with museums, cafes and a large park formed around a hill. Tartu is very compact, with most sites, restaurants and nightlife nestled across a couple of parallel streets, and is home to one of Northern Europe's oldest universities.
We're now making our way down Ligne, which is one of the main old streets that slices straight through the centre of the town hall square.
Loads of restaurants.
It's in cafes and boutique and souvenir shops, and there's so much to see along here. So if you come to Tartu, definitely check out Ligne. And we are just making our way to a restaurant that we've looked up on Google, and we're going to pop in there, and I think Kirsty already knows what she wants.
Yeah, they've got some good veggie options, so that's why we're going there.
And here we are. It's called Campus. Let's head inside and see what they've got.
It smells good.
Ta-da.
So much choice. As a veggie, you don't usually get much choice. You usually just have one option. It's not that crazy. I mean, I've got the choice of a veggie burger or a veggie wrap. Oh, crazy. I take back what I just said. Actually, there's not just two choices for vegetarian options. I can basically order anything from the menu with tofu or beyond patty, so wow. I'm going to be here a while choosing. Not used to having so much choice.
Just grabbed our food and it looks awesome. So I've got a salted caramel burger with bacon as well, and then we've got sweet potato fries with an aioli dip. Kirsty.
I've got myself a Beyond Burger, and I was just thinking, I know it always looks in our videos like we always eat out, but we actually don't. We generally tend to cook in our accommodation. It's just on these days out where we treat ourselves, so that's why we're like overly excited and treating ourselves to a big burger. Otherwise you must just think we always eat burgers and stuff. We really don't.
Hence the excited faces.
Yeah, it's not home cooked pasta or noodles.
That was absolutely delightful.
So good.
You know those times when you get a burger with the perfect amount of everything in it,
Yeah.
and then you get salted caramel as well?
I didn't know that.
That's what just happened.
That's a new one. It was good.
So if you're in Tartu, make sure you go to...
Ulits.
We're just having a little debate over the name of it because
You
it
wouldn't
definitely
believe me.
says campus, Campus, everywhere.
Yeah, just because I've been hit on the head.
I
He
even
thinks I know
recorded it.
nothing now.
Yeah, I think it's time for another hit over there.
Behave.
Go to Ulits or Campus. We're not sure which, but
We
go
are.
there.
It's
It
called
was
Ulits.
fantastic.
Ulits Burger.
Best
Brilliant.
burger I've had in
So
probably
good.
years. And that is going to give us the fuel for the rest of the day. Making our way further down Ligne. It's just a lovely street to hang out on. There's shops, coffees, bars. You can get crepes. There's a music shop, Pista here as well. I recognise that from Tallinn. We're just making our way down here to St John's Church, and then we're going to loop back around to the street that's parallel to this, which has Tartu University campus on. It's a little bit quiet at the moment, and I think that's to do with coronavirus. There's quite a few places that are closed down, certainly to the farther end of Ligne. It gets noticeably quiet the further you get away from the town hall square.
Everyone's kind of avoiding Tartu at the moment because there was a report that there was a spike of COVID-19 here, and we looked into it and there were 6 new cases, so I figured it's okay. And the good thing is we've got here and it's really quiet, so
More
not a bad
space
thing.
and peace for us exploring.
And you can avoid COVID.
And the other thing is that it's out of season for the students as well, so
Yeah.
obviously there's very few students here
A few
during
more weeks
the summertime.
and they'll be here.
So far today we started off here in the downtown city district of Tartu, and we've walked along the river to this area here. We've come along Rakoja Platz, which is the town hall square, and then the town hall building is here with the information point, and then we've made our way along Ligne and we've arrived just here at St John's Church.
The University of Tartu was founded in 1632 by the Swedish king Gustavus Adolphus. It was initially called Academia Dorpatensis. The necessary preparations for creating a university in Tartu were made by Johan Skait, Governor-General of Livonia. Today, the University of Tartu is Estonia's leading centre of research and training. It preserves the culture of the Estonian people and spearheads the country's reputation in scientific research and higher education. It belongs to the top 1.2% of world's best universities and remains today the only classical university in Estonia. That we just walked over. It was built in the 1800s and rebuilt in the 1900s. Everything seems to be built, changed, rebuilt. It's fun. Tartu Cathedral, located on the beautiful Tamagi Hill, is one of the largest churches in Estonia. It is also the only medieval church with 2 towers in Estonia. The construction of the church started in the 13th century and was fully completed in the beginning of the 16th century. During the Livonian War, it was destroyed, and since then it has not operated as a church. The ruins of the Tartu Cathedral are one of the most prominent examples of brick Gothic buildings in Old Livonia.
We've had a wonderful day exploring Tartu. It's another town that's just so full of history, another fantastic Baltic city. What we love about it is everything's so fairly compact together, so
really cute,
you can see everything without walking too far. Certainly the old town stuff.
Yeah, it's such a cute place. It's really compact and sweet, and you can just kind of wander around easily. Everything's walking distance. It's great.
Now we're going to head back to the car for a 5-minute journey, and we're just going to head up to the Estonian National Museum. The building itself is supposed to be spectacular, and there's a few things on the grounds up there that are quite interesting to see. And then that will be our last stop of the day.
Apparently it's been built on an old military airport.
The architecture looks pretty spectacular.
Yeah.
So this is new. Since we've been up looking at the cathedral, they've inflated this massive giant screen in the town hall square.
Lots of stuff going on from the 10th to the 15th of August.
Love to know what it's for.
Back to where we started. You press it. No, you press it.
We've just made the 2-minute drive to the northeast of the city centre of Tartu, and we're now at the Estonian National Museum, which, as Kirsty said earlier, was an old military airbase.
It's awesome.
And the museum building itself is really, really spectacular and imposing.
So cool.
It's built as part of the old runway, so they've designed it such to be in keeping with that. And I mean, just check it out.
The Estonian National Museum was first founded in 1909 in a different location to this. But during Soviet and Nazi occupation, many of the precious artefacts from Estonian history had to be hidden away by locals to protect them from being destroyed. In 2016, the new museum finally opened its doors to the general public and was cleverly built on this former Soviet military base. The vision of the architects was to reuse this site, a physically present ruin of a painful history, giving it new meaning that inspires hope. The National Museum becomes a continuation of the airfield, its roof lifting and expanding towards infinite space.
It's got a bit late in the day and we're losing the light, but I did say we would make it and go on the traditional Estonian swing here at the Estonian National Museum.
Craig is desperate to go on it. I'm obviously not going to go on it for safety reasons. But
Absolutely.
Craig's itching to go on it.
We hope you've enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. Please give it a like. It really means a lot to us.
So it does. And if you haven't already subscribed, please do that and hit the bell so you can see every time we load an adventure.
It doesn't cost you anything, but it really means so much to us.
Yeah,
so please,
does.
please, we really appreciate it. And we see you on the next video.
Bye.
Cheers, bye. It's quite high.
Don't know if that's the official way to get on it.
It worked, I'm here. See
I'm
if I
gonna
can make
go.
it swing with one person.
Oh, I wish I could go on the other side, but it's really not sensible right now.
Using the legs. Yeehaw! Turns out you can get it going with one person. And that's another tick off the bucket list.
Join us next time as we explore Võru, climb the Pesipuu watchtower and visit the highest point in Estonia, Sirmunamagi. We also visit another meteorite crater called Ilomets. If you can't wait that long, head over to our Instagram at Tide Not Travellers for daily updates on what we're currently up to and what's coming up in our future videos.
Welcome to Tartu.
We're here.
We drove 2 hours and we made it here to Tartu.
So we've parked the and then I tripped over. So I tripped over your foot.
You swore as well.
So we're parked just outside of the city at our accommodation. No, we're not parked there. We're parked here. What is
Nearly fell in twice, pushing the boat out.
Yeah. But you know, it's harder to make decisions when you're concussed.
Concussed. And this is a statue that was recently positioned in Tartu. It's called Kirstius. She does a very good statue impression.
Even now. Right now.